I'm Laura Loyak, a claims attorney with Lawyers Mutual, and I received an interesting email the other day. The subject line is legal representation, and the message says, "The management of Jasmine Industries Limited requests your possible representation in a business litigation matter. My company is owed an outstanding balance for goods supplied to QRS Company in Greenville, North Carolina. To date, they have paid only $115,000 out of $700,000 owed on the contract. Our expectation for your services for now will be the scenario of a phone call or demand letter to our customer. We will forward the pertinent documents for your review as we intend to commence immediately." And it's signed the Managing Director of Jasmine Industries Limited with a phone number and email address in Germany. Something about this email just doesn't seem right. And actually, I think there are at least 6 things in this email that raise red flags for an email scam. First, it's an unsolicited collection matter. And second, it involves an overseas client that you've never heard of. The third red flag is that the sender's email address is a Yahoo account. It's not a corporate address. And number 4, the matter seems to involve a hassle-free collection job. You're just being asked to make a phone call or write a letter, something that a non-lawyer could easily do. The 5th red flag is that the amount of money at issue in this email is significant. That means that your fee would also be large and disproportionate to the amount of work that you're actually being asked to do. And number 6, if you were to do a little bit of checking on the details of this email, the phone numbers and addresses, you would find that they're close to those of an actual company, but slightly off. If I were to respond to this email and accept the representation, this is what would likely happen. I would get an email back from the client that would include legitimate-looking and detailed documents to support the claim. This might be invoices or prior correspondence. And then I would send a demand letter to the debtor asking for payment. Now, shortly after I sent my demand letter, I would receive a check in the mail, probably for the full amount I had demanded. And a couple of things about that check would seem to be off. First, the package that I received it in would come from a sender that doesn't seem to have anything to do with the party to the transaction. The same would also be true of the check. It would be drawn on an account that would have different names or information that I hadn't seen before. Once I had the money in hand, my client would instruct me to deposit the money in my trust account and then to wire the funds to them. And if I did that, I would eventually learn that the check was a counterfeit and there's now a significant deficit in my trust account. At Lawyers Mutual, we're seeing these scams most commonly with business debt collection matters, but they do also arise in other practice areas like real estate or family law. And in some of the more sophisticated versions we've been seeing recently, it will begin with an introductory email from an out-of-state lawyer who refers the case to you and says that they're going to be unavailable because of a vacation or illness. If you receive an email that you think might be a scam, there are 4 steps that we recommend you take to protect yourself. The first is to dig deeper. Look carefully at all the information in the email, the names, the email addresses, phone numbers. Cross-check them against information that you can find online. If the email says it's coming from an attorney out of state, check state bar websites and other websites that you can trust. Number 2, never disperse money from your trust account before the funds have been irrevocably deposited. Your bank may tell you that the funds are available, but that doesn't mean that they have actually cleared. The transaction could still be reversed later. It's important that you tell your clients up front that they're going to have to wait for the check to clear, and then no matter how legitimate the check looked or how insistent your client is, stand your ground and don't deviate from your check clearing policy. Number 3, if you have a question, call Lawyers Mutual, and we are happy to help you walk through it. We are monitoring email scams. We can help you identify the red flags and sort out whether the matter you've received is a scam or a legitimate request for services. And number 4, trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it. And if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. For additional information on email scams or other risk management tips, visit Lawyers Mutual's website. Thank you for watching.